going to talk about sailing through the storms of life. Life is like a boat sailing in uncharted waters. At some time, when we are in this boat, we may be moving in a smooth and peaceful manner, and all of a sudden we encounter storms from nowhere, and when they hit our boats, they threaten our lives. Storms are sudden, threatening circumstances. For example, in the coastal regions of the world, there are known storms: the tornadoes, cyclones, rainstorms, tsunamis, and hurricanes. Whenever these storms happen, lives are normally destroyed. The good news is that storms are temporal. They never last for long. They act as bridges towards our destiny. In the book of Mark, chapter 35, verse 35 to 37, the Bible talks of a story where Jesus and his disciples were in the port traveling, and all of a sudden there was a strong storm that threatened the lives of the disciples. If no Peter was inside, a disciple that had been having experience in the waters, this storm threatened him also. This reminds us that even as today, we may be professionals in different areas of life, but when storms of life comes, we become inexperienced, and that's where we need to call the captain of the storm. We need to call Jesus, for he is the one whose voice is heard by the storms. There is a story that has been told from time to time about a captain who once traveled with his family, his wife, and his little daughter. When they reached in the middle of the sea, the captain fell asleep at one point of their journey. Suddenly, there was a very strong storm. Then the wife quickly went to the daughter that was deep asleep, and then she told her, "Quick, wake up. There is a threatening storm." The daughter, while in her sleepy state, woke up and asked, "Is Daddy in?" Then the mother said yes. Then she continued sleeping, saying, "If my dad is in, then there is nothing to be afraid of." This is an assurance of the faith of a little girl, a faith of those who follow Jesus. When we know that Jesus is the captain of our life, then there is nothing we should fear, even when we are journeying in this with storms of life. I may not know what kind of storms are you going through in your life. It may be sickness. It may be conflict in relationship. It may be rejection, fear, anxiety, joblessness, poverty, and so many life struggles. Even when you go through all these storms in life, like that little child, you need to know that there is a God who is in control of the storms. If God rescued the three Hebrew boys, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, from the furnace, He will too rescue from the storms of life that you are going through. The Lord who rescued the disciples when they were about to sink in the sea, Jesus calmed the storm. He too will calm the storm of your life. The same Jesus who restored the health of the woman with the flow of blood for 12 years, the same Jesus who restored the health of the leper, He will restore the health of your sickness and the sickness in your family. The God who restored the life of Lazarus, He will control, He will maintain the good life in your family even today. I want you to continue knowing and believing that behind the storm, even when we think that our God is deep asleep, He is silently and secretly working and chasing the storms that could threaten our life. There is therefore a great need to trust in this God who is beyond the storms, who controls the seas, the waves, and the storms in life. As I conclude, I want to talk about the 4 skills you need to acquire in order to sail in the sea of life. The first skill is you need to have a belief that God is in control of the seas and storms. Secondly, you need to believe the importance of fellowship. Who can support you when storms of life overwhelms you? Thirdly, you need to be a prayerful person. And finally, you need to allow God to enter into your life.